Okay, so we are back, and this time we are going to set up your Pinterest foundation, which is your pre-work ahead of the June Get It Done week, right? So in the previous video, I walked you through what I do with Pinterest, my behind the scenes of my Pinterest account, some of the ways you can use Pinterest to do your product research and get ideas for what's trending right now and the things that you can add to your products, ways that you can enhance your products and make them even more trending rather than kind of waiting till you see other sellers having these products in their shops, right? So um, we're going to start with setting up your Pinterest foundation first, and there's a few things. So first is converting your Pinterest account to a Pinterest business account. And why do you need to do this? Because firstly, it's free. It unlocks all of the analytics that I showed you earlier. You can actually see what's working, what's not working, trends that's going on. You can look at all of that with the Pinterest business account. And it also helps you to schedule pins, 30 days at a time. So that's very helpful because you don't want to be, doing pins on Pinterest every single day. One by one, that's a lot of work that you can kind of simplify and do much faster, right? And so once we set up your business account, you're going to be claiming your Etsy shop and website so that Pinterest can actually link your pins, all of the engagement, all of the authority, everything gets linked back to your website to you. And so Pinterest knows who you are, the kind of products that you're creating and selling, and it shows similar products, your products to others who have a similar profile, right? Update your bio, create a few boards with keywords that match your product categories, and enable rich pins. So there's a few things. It's not very complicated. I know it sounds like a lot of different things. It's not very complicated. I have a couple of resources here. One is this free Pinterest masterclass by Natalie Bardo, and she shows you how to do keyword research on Pinterest, how to set up your Pinterest account, how to actually pin consistently, etc. And if you want more depth, because I'm just doing it as a user, I haven't really I'm not really a Pinterest expert. So if you want an expert take on it, this is a free masterclass, and I highly recommend that you watch and you learn from her. And then block to pin is a scheduler tool that I use, and it just helps me to create and schedule pins much faster without doing a lot of things manually. Having said this, you don't need block to pin or tailwind or any other scheduler. You can do this without using a scheduler as well. You can do it using your Pinterest business account, right? Yeah. So I think that's so let's go. And okay, so this is the okay, sorry, before I start, I highly recommend that you use a business Gmail or email account and don't use your personal Pinterest account, because if you have a lot of personal interests that you might like recipes, you might like, say, travel, you might have a lot of pins related to all of that, and you want to keep your business Pinterest separate from it so that you don't mix up the two and you don't give confusing signals to Pinterest. Say if you are searching for home renovation, you might have a few pins that you have looked at and you don't want that to kind of combine with your business Gmail and mix up the information that Pinterest is getting from you, right? So that means that what you're getting out of Pinterest is much more focused on your business and it's much cleaner as well. And if at some point you don't want to be using Pinterest, or if you don't want to be using your account anymore, you can simply delete it and you're not going to lose anything. You're not going to mix things up with your personal account, right? So I assume that you have a business account, business email account. If not, simply create a Gmail account with your business name at gmail.com and simply use that to sign up. So I signed up here because I didn't know if I had a Pinterest personal account that I could show you how to convert, and it turns out that one of my Etsy shops Pinterest account, sorry, one of my Etsy shops actually did not have a Pinterest account. So what I did was simply just use my Gmail account and signed up. And you can see here that this is a personal account. It says personal, and I can add more Pinterest accounts here if I wish to, but I'm not doing that here. I have the option to convert to business, right? So that is what you are going to be doing with your Pinterest account, right? So it says upgrade, so you can do all of these things. It gives you options for insights and analytics, qualify for promotions, etc. But what we want mostly is insights and analytics, and you can also schedule your pins, right? So click on upgrade and click on online merchant or marketplace. So it will ask you for your website. Now, if you're a blogger or something like that, you can also do that. Or if you don't want to, you can click on other. You can create a general business account and update it later. But it's okay to start with just online merchant or marketplace. So business name, I'm going to say Design Bazaar because that's my Etsy shop. Country region, so it's Hong Kong, so that is what it is. You can select your country from the drop down, and if it doesn't show you the correct um, country region, I don't have a website actually, so I'm going to try and use my Etsy shop because I've never really done that before. Let's see what comes up here. So what are your business goals? I'm going to just select increase online sales. What is the focus of my brand? It's planners and productivity and all of that. So claim your website. So you have three options. You can start creating pins, you can claim your website, or you can showcase your brand. We'll come back to that by building your profile, right? But before that, let's claim your website. So if you have an Instagram account, you can link that. I don't have it for this website, so um, I'm not doing it for this one. But if you're using a non-Etsy site, then you can simply do this. And yes, it shows you different ways that you can add the Pinterest tags to your website. Let's see. And what you are going to do is, let's change your picture. I'm going to add one of my logos. There's the Design Bazaar logo. So that goes there. And going back to the shop. So I'm just going to take something from here and put this here. So I'm writing discover your next printable, digital, or smartphone planner with Design Bazaar because I want these keywords in my profile, right? I'm passionate about helping people stay organized and productive. Believe that the right planner can make all the difference. So there's a few different keywords that could bring people to check out more of my pins when they see my profile, right? You can decide what you want to pick here. So I'm not adding my phone number. I don't have a retail location, so that's it, right? So yes, I think uh, that's it. So you have converted your Pinterest account to a business account, and you've claimed your Etsy shop and or website. So in case you, yeah, in case, so I wanted to take a minute to talk about websites. In case you are not using Etsy and you have a WordPress or some other website and you want to be claiming it, you can simply still, it has all of these options, but the simplest way to do it honestly is use a Pinterest plugin. Pinterest plugins are available for almost every single major platform that we have. So just simply search for Pinterest plugin and download and connect it to your account. Or you can also just work with this where your profile already has your website connected. So that's two options. In case you are worrying about this, don't stress too much. Simply use a plugin and just work with that. You don't need all of this complicated HTML and TXT pieces, right? Okay, next thing we're going to do is I've gone back to my main page and I'm going to create a few boards. Okay, this is for adding a cover image, which I don't want. There's this red button here that shows you to create a board, and you can create any number of boards that make sense for your business. So you're not restricted to 5 or 10 or 15 or anything. You can just create X number of boards. You can create something like, say in my case, I would say digital planners. You can create a private board, but then we are here to create boards that can be shared with our audience that kind of drive traffic. And so you don't want to. If you just want a board to capture your ideas, to just find ideas on Pinterest and save them, you can create an ideas board and you can make it private. So I already have a board with this name. So let's say smartphone planners. I probably have that too. Yes, I do. So I'm going to say back to school planners. Probably don't have that. Yep, I don't have that. So as soon as you create a board, it asks you to save some products. And so I want to look at, products that are aligned with the keywords that I want to target. And so here's one that looks good. So I'm going to put that in. That's 2021 calendar. That's really old. I don't want that. Um, let's say teacher planner. That is saved. This is a very pretty planner, so I'm just going to put that there. Digital notebook. So I'm going to say OK. And I'm going to search for, why is it searching my pins? Search all pins. And pick up some of the ones that are top of this list and the ones that, so you can see all of the different boards that I've created. And if you have seasonal products, if you have specific niches, you can create boards that speak to a specific customer, target audience, all of that. So I'm just going to create a few pins. Oops. No, I don't want to save it. Why am I doing this? So that Pinterest gets a good sense of, what I am looking for. So I'm going to say classroom decor. And so when people search for products like these, it shows them my products as well. So if I have classroom decor products in my back to school, it shows them all of these, right? So here's another one, right? So I'm looking for products that look like printables, that look like printable ideas, so that Pinterest knows to show more of these kind of products, my products, to people who like these ones as well, right? And some really cool ideas here, right? So I could create another board that says classroom decor, or I'm going to say color palette. Let's see, color palette for digital products. I want color palettes with hex codes, so I'm just going to be picking up a few and saving it there. And let's search for, so when someone's searching for color palettes for digital products, they're probably going to find this board or products that I pin to this board, or pins that I pin to this board, along with some of the more popular ones. And this is definitely a topic, or I could create another board that says icons for digital product sellers. And that was step 2, which is after you convert your business Pinterest account, you claimed your shop and website, you added or created your bio or updated your bio with keywords. Create or refresh 5 to 7 keyword rich boards. So I showed you how to create the boards, and enable rich pins via your claimed website. To do it, I have not really done it before. If you can do it, if not, it's fine. I'm just going to say optional here. So if you publish things like recipes, articles, etc., it will show your pins in a different format. So that's what I had for today. The pre-work is essentially convert your Pinterest account to a business account, and that's fairly simple. Just go into your profile and it gives you the option right away to convert to a business account. And it's just a question of clicking the red buttons everywhere. Claim your Etsy shop and website, update your profile, and create a few boards where you can start pinning your products for the customers who might be looking for them. And in the next video, I'll show you how to do Pinterest keyword research so that you have your keywords ready on day 1. But that's the task for day 1. For now, main task is to just complete preparing your Pinterest account. This shouldn't take you more than 30 minutes, but if you get stuck, if you have any questions, just send me a note. Thanks so much. Bye bye.